What's the value of Google certification in 2024?
When I was working in as a software developer initially in India, I found it very, very challenging. I applied to 1,200 applications to train this 500 billion parameter model. It took months and some $500 million of investment.
What do you enjoy more, your role as a software engineer that you had in India or being a cloud architect and AI ML specialist? So, hello everyone. Today it's an honor to introduce Mona, who is a Google cloud architect and AI ML specialist. She started her journey from India and currently she's in a position कि उन्होंने Google certified book भी लिखी है. So today we're going to get to know about her journey of choosing something unconventional. इन्होंने software engineering नहीं choose की and what were the struggles choosing an unconventional career point and how it benefited her in her career. So, hi Mona, can you please introduce yourself and how you became a cloud and AI ML specialist?
Thank you so much for inviting me again. First, let me introduce myself. Thanks for a nice introduction, but I would like to introduce again. I'm Mona, and currently I'm working at Google as a AI/ML specialist for public sector customers. And before that, I was in Amazon as a machine learning specialist solution architect. And I did my master's to get to these two roles. And before that, I was working in India as a Java developer for a consulting company. So I have various experiences which has shaped me for what I am today. And I'm really grateful for everything, every obstacle I faced in my path.
Oh, very nice. So, how did you switch your career from software engineering to cloud? Was it your master's degree or did you do it by choice in a tech company at Amazon?
So I would say when I was working in as a software developer initially in India, I found it very, very challenging and limiting because suppose I was a Java developer, and what if I want to do something else? My scope was very limited. I was only given specific projects to solve, and it was very, very limited role, tough and limited role. And that's why I went for my master's from Georgia State University. And when I did my master's, that opened up my possibilities for taking up various roles. And one wonderful thing I did is certification. I got certified in everything, all cloud certifications I had. I had the Amazon Cloud certification, Scrum Master, everything. And that helped me get into this role. So there was this new program called Associate Solution Architect. And because of my certification, that helped me get that role. And I was explored to this wonderful opportunity of becoming a solution architect at an early age. I would say after 4 or 5 years of experience. Usually a solution architect has like 10 to 15 years of experience. So that opened up my career trajectory, and then there was no looking back.
Oh, so like when did you get this certification? In college या फिर at the time when you were working at Amazon?
I got this, no, not this one. I have 14 certifications in total. Yeah, I have 14 certifications, and I got the one Amazon Associate Solution Architect before I came for my master's.
Oh, so you were prepared. So before coming for a master's, your goal was you already had a goal in mind कि आपको cloud में ही जाना है. So very good.
Yeah, I mean, I was opening up my possibilities, and also job is not sure like what job you will get here. So it's also luck that I applied to every role. I applied to 1,200 applications, and I got picked for a solution architect role, not a data scientist role, because I don't have a PhD. So whatever luck and destiny and resume helped me one day to get this role.
Yeah, for some clarity, currently even undergraduate students are taking data science classes. Few years ago, only PhD students were picked up for data science, AI, ML roles.
Yes.
It was very,
Yes.
very difficult. And you made it possible because of some certifications that make your profile unique and it's easier to distinguish. क्योंकि हर किसी के पास software engineering experience है, but because of the fact you had 14 certification, you became a unique candidate for this area. So did you start your career direct from cloud at Amazon?
Yes, I started at AWS as a associate solution architect, and in that I was given a 6 months of training how to become a solution architect. So that training was literally that changed my life because I was taught how to present. I was taught how to. I was a person who never presented in front of anyone, be it like never. In software engineers, what they do, they code, and they are always just debugging in their computers. That's what I used to do before. But then I started learning the blogging skills, how to write a blog, how to present and how to present in an effective manner. So those skills I picked up. Technical skills I already had. I had technical breadth. And then they also taught me everything about cloud, from building a highly available architecture to building a mobile applications. So technology was never a challenge for me. I feel presentation skills was a challenge, which I learned through that program. And then I became an associate solution architect. And I then transitioned to a machine learning solution architect role within Amazon. And in that role, I wrote 20 blogs, one research paper, and one book, my last book. Then I switched that I need to learn more, and then I jumped to Google to learn Google Cloud, because Google Cloud is leader in AI.
Yes.
And AI is my passion.
Google Cloud is not just number one AI cloud. I have seen many people who want to do Python, PyTorch. Their preference is Google because it has the seamless UI experience, user experience for AI stuff. Maybe for other use cases, there might be other cloud platforms. But can you tell me what's the biggest hype in cloud engineering in 2024? So is there a hype, and what is the scope of becoming a cloud architect in 2024?
I feel Gen AI is the biggest hype. We all are into that Gen AI phase now. Gen AI is big and it's cool. Everyone wants to know about Gen AI, become a Gen AI specialist. That's the biggest hype I have been seeing that's trending since 2023, since ChatGPT took over, and now Google has launched Gemini. And in order to follow the hype, I'm announcing on your platform, I am launching my third book from O'Reilly publication, Google Cloud with Generative AI, to follow the hype. Yeah, so this is the first time I'm announcing it. It's going to be preview in 2 weeks. So please, please, please follow me. And if you want to read about the book, you can access it through O'Reilly platform.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Like Gen AI, I was just at Hacklytics, data science
Yeah.
hackathon. Everyone is trying to build a project on generative
Yes.
AI, LLMs. That it has genuinely one of the biggest hype I have seen. Even software engineers are like trying to integrate their projects with AI to show and to be unique in this hype. Everyone is trying to take advantage
Yep.
of. What do you enjoy more, your role as a software engineer that you had in India, or being a cloud architect and AI ML specialist? So what were the challenges in both?
I liked coding always. I knew that. And I did my computer engineering, bachelor's in computer engineering from India itself. I knew I loved coding and I was good at it, but it never gave me satisfaction that I can be creative with coding, right? It's limited. But when in this role, I have more freedom to build things I want to. I have more, like, you can build creative solutions, you can help people, and also thought leadership, which I really enjoy. I really enjoy this role because those are the benefits of this role. This is 40% coding and 60% customer facing role. It's not a conventional software development engineer role. And also, I would say people always ignore these type of roles, but it's easier to get in. There are less opportunities, but also less competition,
Mm,
because there are very few cloud engineers, right? It's
yeah.
cloud started like recently.
Yes.
So I would say those are pros and cons. If I have to switch, I have limited opportunities, but I would say in case of an SD role, there will be always opportunities. So you should always make those decisions, and also what you enjoy, what you are passionate about. I really enjoy this role. I don't care whether I'm an SD or I don't regret. I don't miss that. I enjoy totally, and I love what I'm doing. I have the flexibility to create that thought leadership and also help people in the cloud journey. So that's what I would like to say.
So how much of your time goes into research? Because in early stages of cloud, there were not many resources. So how much time you spend in research now versus before?
So I'm like with the cloud provider itself. So I'm the person who is learning and creating those research things, helping other people to who are looking to implement cloud solutions. That's my goal, to help those. And initially, research is internally in the organization, because I'm always working with product teams, learning about the product firsthand. And my role as a AIML specialist or a developer advocate would be to help other people who are looking for us to how to implement this solution, to help create those resources for them. So that is why this book has been, like, you see this book and the third book on generative AI, because there is a lot of hype. Nobody knows what's going on. And that is why I've written the book, that, okay, now this book will help you how you can do it right, in the right manner. Not like there is a lot of information outside. So it's important to have a source.
I wanted to segue into some cloud questions since you're a cloud engineer. So in your life as a cloud architect and AI ML specialist, can you share in your experience what's the best way to build highly scalable and cost effective systems on cloud?
There are various ways you can do it, building a highly scalable and cost-effective solution in cloud, and that is why people go to cloud. So previously, Harnoor, what used to happen that if you want to acquire an infrastructure, suppose you want to build a startup and you want to set up your own infrastructure and you want to create a global company, you will have to acquire resources like big computers, and that used to take months, 8 to 9 months. With cloud, everything is accessible with like just a button click. You will have your hardware. Oh, I want 128 terabyte of GPU. I want to train my model on that just in a second. There's no infrastructure delay. That has empowered everyone. And the hype with, so that is one thing that helps with high availability because the cloud will make sure that it is highly available. So you are safe with your business that if I'm architecting something and I'm using cloud, so cloud people have this responsibility to make sure that my application is going to be highly available. So there is a shared responsibility between you as a company and the cloud that, oh yeah, so this responsibility they are taking. So now I have to work on how to make it scalable, right? So if you want to make a scalable, there's another solution provided by cloud. They provide serverless capabilities, like in the form of APIs, where you don't even have to worry about scalability. That is also no question. You use the API, we cloud provider, we take care of the scalability. So it's going up to that level now. There is no infrastructure heavy lifting needed. You don't need to think about, oh, I need to start my computer, restart my computer, and then put one computer in one region and one in India, one in China. No, you don't have to do all of that. Just use an API, which is maintained by cloud providers and managed by cloud providers. So it's just developers' work now. Like I can build a scalable application in seconds if I know coding. That's it. That's the beauty of cloud.
So is it called PaaS, platform as a service, right? Because building your own VM is
No, it doesn't call platform as a service. I don't know what it's called, but Amazon doesn't call it anything. There's no term for it. It's mostly microservice based architecture they follow, where they embed everything as services. All the APIs are services, and you just consume APIs. So that's what is happening with generative AI. Like ChatGPT has created their own API, Google has created their own API, and underneath we are taking care of all the model training, model development, model updates. So anyone can, because training these models takes days. Like I was reading a research paper and it says like to train this 500 billion parameter model, it took months and some $500 million of investment just to train one model. So that's the advantage you're getting through cloud, that you don't have to invest your infrastructure, your money. You are just at the end user, you're consuming it and building things around it.
That's the power. And I can truly agree that microservices are so much common because all it takes to connect with a client is just one REST API. Now, first of all, even being a Google engineer, I can feel that it's not easy to get Google certified book out there because it is actually challenging, first of all, to write a book. Can you please share the journey of writing Google certified AI ML specialist book?
Yeah, thank you so much for this question. So I totally agree. It was not easy. I started writing this book 2 years ago. And why I did it? Because I was studying. So in this role, specifically in the cloud side, any company you work, you have to get certified, to maintain your status that you are a trained professional. How will people trust you if you don't have certification? So any company you work for in cloud side, in a solution architect role, you have to get these certifications every 2 years. Whenever they expire, you have to renew it. And I joined Google and I had to take this professional machine learning engineer study guide certification to become a specialist inside my organization. And I went through a lot of resources, Coursera. Like I spent 6 months just studying various resources, and none of them were good enough. Honestly, I'm not saying anything bad about them, but it didn't help me. And then I created my own notes and I realized that why don't I write a book? I've already written a book, and using that knowledge, I can write a better book which can help people pass the exam. And my goal was that anyone who has basic associate level experience or who knows basic cloud, they can easily read this book in 2 weeks and pass the exam. That was my goal, that makes something easier. And that's how I reached out to the publisher, Wiley Publication, and sent my proposal. They really, really liked the proposal because no such book existed before. There was no official book. And then I also reached out to Google training and certification team that, hey, I'm writing this book. Can you give me an official Google status? So they also liked the idea that a Googler is working on something and they appreciated it. So my publication and Google, they both collaborated and this book That is how this book happened. And it's official Google book because it went through third review. Generally, book goes for 2 reviews. This, being an official Google book, went for extra review. So it took more time than normal book to publish. So that's the like advantage of having a Google official status. So you will find it in Google website mentioned that, hey, follow this book for the exam.
So yeah, I can feel the hard work, time and consistency and patience it needs to get the certification. And now with that, can you please share what this book provides to students watching this video, how it can add value to them? So like what's the value of Google certification in 2024?
I think this certification has a lot of value. Any machine learning cloud certification has a lot of value. I know with the hype in AI, students are reading like learning about AI in various courses. I think my cousin, I spoke to him, he's in 10th standard and he's doing data science. I was surprised, but yeah, people are learning AI and they need to. And these certifications says that, hey, you know AI and you've mastered it. So here is the certification. It will have various advantages. First is your resume looks different than others. Like I shared my experience, my story. I had those things in my resume which helped me get to where I am today. And I still have 14 certifications. I work every year to renew these certifications. So they have a lot of value. They have good value. The second thing is it will help you with earning more than your peers because of these certifications. And that is the data I'm seeing. I'm not saying not making those things. It's a fact that people who are certified, they make little more than their peers. So those are the advantages you get. And it's always good to, test your knowledge and say where you stand. So those three things will help with any certification.
And also, I wanted to add on, like currently in the world where there are many positions for data scientists, AI/ML, only for masters or PhD students. Even if some non-masters PhD students with undergraduate degrees apply with relevant experience, and if they can prove that relevant experience with a certification, it can help them as well. And they are like
Yes.
actually unique in that crowd.
I
Right?
totally agree with that because that's what shows that you have taken that extra effort. Because taking certification is not easy. It is a lot of time and money, both commitment. So it shows that you're willing to take that extra effort. You're passionate about it. So those are also, I would say, things to consider when taking a certification and how people will value you. You can put it in your LinkedIn. People values those certifications.
And now, how to get Google AI/ML certified? Do they have to read the whole book and practice some problems in it, projects in it? So, what are the requirements?
That's a good question. So this book covers the latest exam curriculum provided by Google.
Uh-huh.
So whenever you enroll for a certification, you have an exam curriculum. Okay. So this book follows the format. Everything in the curriculum is in this book. And according to that, we have also added 240 practice questions. And those questions are in similar format you will see in the real exam. So those are and it also comes with flashcards. And for university students, there are instructor material. We have also created slides for every chapter. So you can teach this in 15 weeks as a course in colleges. So we have instructor material for this book and you can help students take this certification because a basic machine learning knowledge is needed to understand cloud technologies. I would not say that, hey, you can just read this book and get certified. It's a little bit advanced level. It's not a beginner level. So I have also provided links where you can get those basics clear in machine learning. You should know what is cloud. You should know basic security, basic IM in order to understand this book. So it comes with a disclaimer.
Got it. Because I
Yeah,
have
please don't reach out to me and say that it's not working out because it comes with disclaimer.
absolutely agree. I went through a lot of this book as well. It goes through vectors, a lot of the things I did not learn in my data science classes. So it requires your basics related to machine learning and data science to be clear. And after that, it provides a lot of value on top of it. Yeah.
Yep, it's kind of a summary of whatever you have learned and also some advanced concepts of Google like Vertex AI, about how secure, responsible AI, explainable AI, those things it tests you and it gives you insights into that. And first 3 chapters are just basics. I've covered basics in high level, kind of summarized it. So if you are just looking to understand basics, sometimes even I revise through this book. It's a secret I'm sharing again that I've used this book multiple times to prepare when I have to give some interview somewhere. I'm not interviewing internally also. Sometimes you want to upgrade yourself and I just come to this book and read first 3 chapters and then it's a good way to revise things, I would say. Concise way to revise things about machine learning.
Very nice. Anyone watching this video can win this book as well. All you have to do is just comment down below and follow Mona on LinkedIn and you can be eligible and we will be sending it out to you. Now, one question.
Yes, we are doing the book giveaway together. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mona, for sharing valuable information about becoming a cloud architect plus AI/ML specialist. Very valuable insights. And those who are watching, preparing for Google certification, do not forget to comment down and follow Mona on LinkedIn because you can get the opportunity to win this book and receive it in your mail. So thank you so much, Mona. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, one last thing I want to add is that please follow me. I will pick randomly from one of the comments on this video, and I will reach out to you on LinkedIn, and soon you will hear from me. So thank you so much for this time, Harnoor, and thank you for doing this giveaway.
Awesome. Pleasure talking to you.